On today's show, jolly old England does not like car commercials with fast cars. There's new technology that allows your car to recognize you just by looking at you, and why long-range electric cars are less efficient than short-range ones. All that and more coming right up on Autoline Daily. This is Autoline Daily, the voice of the automotive industry. Well, things sure are going bad for Ford in China. Sales plunged 43% in September and are down 30% so far this year. Earlier this year, the head of its China operations, Jason Liu, abruptly resigned after just 5 months on the job, citing personal reasons. So Ford just announced it's separating its China operations from its Asia-Pacific division to form a standalone business unit. That cuts a layer of management out between Ford China and the company's headquarters in the U.S. Anning Chen was just named as the head of Ford of China. He's a 25-year veteran of the auto industry and was the CEO of Chery before joining Ford. The United Kingdom, which is home to the greatest motorsports industry in the world, does not like car companies promoting fast cars. Ford, FCA, and Nissan are in hot water over advertisements that an industry watchdog says encourages reckless driving. The Advertising Standards Authority banned several commercials after receiving a number of complaints from viewers about those ads. The companies deny they were promoting unsafe driving, but the agency didn't see it that way and banned the ads. Tonight is the night that everyone who watches Tesla is waiting for. The company is going to release its third quarter earnings. All eyes will be on whether or not Uncle Elon met his promise to finally deliver a net profit. Here's my Autoline insight. I expect Tesla to deliver a net profit that's going to surprise and delight Wall Street. I bet the numbers look really good. But now the question becomes, how sustainable is it? Will this be a one-time flash in the pan, or will it become the first in a string of profitable quarters? We'll have a lot more information in tomorrow's Autoline Daily. Coming up next, the technology that allows your car to recognize you just by looking at you.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone Tires, your journey, our passion. Dow Automotive Systems, advanced materials that deliver better results. Lear, a global leader in automotive seating and electrical systems. And by ExxonMobil.
Continental is developing new technology that uses biometrics to open your car and let you get in. Instead of using a key fob, it uses voice, facial, eye, and fingerprint recognition to start the car. That info is stored in the vehicle and in the Continental cloud. And for more security, if a vehicle has a camera mounted on the side mirror, it can be used for facial recognition. Once it verifies that you are the driver, the doors unlock and the vehicle automatically adjusts the seats and mirrors and music to a preset preference. And this also allows for personalization, since the system can store multiple biometric settings for each driver. You know, it's fascinating to see the market for autonomous vehicles develop. Navya, the French company that makes autonomous shuttles that run on fixed routes, just opened a small assembly plant in Michigan. Right now, it's only making one a month, though it has plenty of capacity to grow. The 15-foot-long shuttle weighs 5,300 pounds, can hold 15 passengers, and it sells for $300,000. Meanwhile, Renault is moving production of its electric Twizy out of Europe and over to South Korea. The Twizy never met its sales targets, probably because it has tandem seating, where the passenger sits behind the driver but sits in a very small and cramped space. A base model costs about $8,000. As a result of poor sales, only 33 people were making Twizys at a Renault factory in Spain. And since 90% of them were exported to South Korea, it made sense to move production over there. Coming up next, we'll explain why electric cars with longer range are not as efficient as ones with shorter range.
Lighter, safer, stronger, quieter, and more sustainable. Tell us where you need to go, and we'll help you get there. Dow Automotive Systems. We don't succeed unless you do.
There's a problem with electric cars that most people are not aware of, but becomes very obvious once you point it out. EVs that are fitted with bigger batteries for longer range are less efficient. They use more electricity. That's because the batteries are really heavy. The 60 kilowatt-hour battery in the Chevrolet Bolt EV, for example, weighs nearly 1,000 pounds. Look, it's simple physics. It takes more energy to move a vehicle that has more mass. And Tesla provides a good comparison. A Model X with the 75D battery pack uses 36 kilowatt hours of electricity to travel 100 miles, according to its EPA rating. But a Model X with the P100D battery uses 40 kilowatt hours to travel the same distance, making it 11% less efficient. People want bigger batteries to avoid range anxiety. Maybe as fast chargers become as common as gasoline pumps, that anxiety will go away and they'll buy EVs with smaller batteries. But right now, the longer the range it has, the less efficient an EV becomes. Hey, a programming note here. There will not be an Autoline After Hours this week, but be sure to join us next week when we'll have Tim Herrick, the chief engineer on the all-new Chevrolet Silverado, on the show with the truck in the studio. And we will take a deep dive into how they engineered that truck. But with that, we wrap up today's show. Thank you for watching.